You know what else would be a nightmare? Clear Smogomungus. Grimmsnarl stays asleep. It's normal Terra Blast. I wonder what its Terra type is. Could be fighting or fairy. It is clear. Alright, well that was a fun game. Anyway, on to the next one. VGC Legends. It's the series where I spin a wheel, I get a random legendary or mythical Pokemon. I speed build a team around that Pokemon, and I try it out on the Showdown Best of One ladder, originally in Regulation I, but we have, of course, recently moved to Regulation J. I do this for two reasons. One is just that I really like legendary and mythical Pokemon, and I want to give each one its due, and the other is that by speed building and trying out a bunch of different teams, some good, some bad, some in between, I have a fun little adventure and maybe learn some things along the way. This is part 50 in this series, which is a tough number to get my head around. I don't think I really understood what I was taking on when I started this, with 62 Pokemon on the wheel. Of course, with the recent addition of mythical Pokemon, there now are 78 total, which is... yeah, I don't know, it's a lot to process. I feel like I could see the numbers in front of me, but still didn't, I don't know, emotionally understand that I was taking on a more than 50-part series. But here we are at part 50, and there's not much to do here except spin the wheel and see what we get. Thanks for following along if you have been doing that. I hope you've liked and subscribed by now, though I don't tend to plug it because I'm not that good at this. To remember to plug. Is it Volcanion or is it... ah. Well, honestly, who better for part 50? Right? What else would you even choose here? Okay, so with Cosmog, I basically just tried to build the best 5 Pokemon team that I could come up with. And with Cosmoem, I could do the same thing, and that is what I did back in Gen 7 Ubers in the first version of this series when I didn't have a YouTube channel yet. But I think it might be better if I try to actually do something with the featured Pokemon. And while Cosmog, you pretty much can't really do anything with, Cosmoem does have a couple things going for it that Cosmog doesn't. It has very high defensive stats, and it gets one extra move, Cosmic Power. So what I can do here is... hear me out. Try to set Cosmoem up with Cosmic Power and give it a restricted partner with Psych Up. Yeah, I think it would have to be Psych Up, right? What does Heart Swap do? I want to make Manaphy the restricted partner. Otherwise, a restricted partner with Psych Up to copy the boosts. What does Heart Swap do, though? Swaps all stat changes with targets. So yeah, Manaphy would work, actually, but... I don't think Manaphy is powerful enough to carry this team. It probably has to be something like Shadow Rider Calyrex. Maybe Ice Rider Calyrex? Can make that very hard to remove. Oh, Arceus gets Psych Up. Okay, wait, that's not bad, right? Because I could use, like, Fairy Arceus, strong defensive typing, I can give it Recover, I can give it, like, Judgment. That might work, as well as anything is going to here. Darkrai gets Psych Up. I could boost Darkrai's defenses and try to go crazy with Dark Void, but I think it's too slow to be the sole powerful restricted. Diancie is already very bulky. Give it some boosts and maybe we can Diamond Storm through some things. Hoopa, Keldeo gets Psych Up. Shaman. Calyrex, Lunala. Lunala could be interesting. Could I do like Psych Up, Meat Eater Beam? Sorry, that's one of my favorite Wolfisms. Meteor Beam. Moongeist Beam. There's no room for Protect. Very quickly, there's no room for Protect. I could do Mewtwo, just because that would be funny. And I could also run Recover. I think I'm liking Arceus. Fairy, Arceus, and Cosmoem. That means I need cover for Wolves. I need to be able to beat Zacian and Zamazenta, so I probably want Volcarona. That also gives me Redirection to get Cosmoem set up. Gives me Struggle Bug. It gives me some burns, potentially. I probably want Rillaboom for the passive recovery, or I could maybe do Sinistra even. Sinistra could help keep Arceus healthy. It gives me another Rage Powder user. Also, maybe I want another Mon with Psych Up, right? Maybe I want... If I'm going all in on Cosmoem here, maybe I need... Not need, maybe I want more than one Mon that can copy the boosts. I don't get another Restricted, obviously, but... Our Ball of... Could use Seed Sower and Psych Up. It's very slow, though. I could run Trick Room, but I don't think I wanna. I could run Trick Room. I could go back to Diancie and Trick Room Setter. I think Fairy Arceus is the most convincing option here, though. I could run Mew instead of Arceus. I don't even know what I'd do with it, though. Anything useful here, especially useful here that gets Psych Up? Pheasantipity with Toxic Chain. Psych Up to boost its defenses. Maybe I'll have to remember that one when the wheel gives me Pheasantipity at some point. Actually, a lot of the Psych Up Mons play well in Trick Room. Maybe Trick Room's not the worst idea. But there's Iron Valiant. If I want to go fast. It doubles down on the Fairy type. Maybe I want something different. There's Metagross. Monkey Dory. Or Choreo gets Psych Up. Psych Up or a Choreo with Dancer, make it Quiver Dance Volcarona. I think I'm burning down the kitchen here, quickly. But so it goes when I try to actually do something with Cosmoem, huh? Volcarona definitely makes a team, because Zacian and Zamazenta are nightmares for, you know, an all-in on Arceus game plan. How do I beat Darkrai? Wide Guard? Speed Control? Probably need Wide Guard or Tailwind somewhere on the team. Or I could just run like Scarf or Shifu. There we go. Rillaboom or Sinistra, Scarf or Shifu. I have a Fire, Water, Grass Core. I have physical damage. I have damage that doesn't rely on setting up. Dreamtail gets Psych Up. Oh, Sinistra itself gets Psych Up. Of course it does. I ran that in the PDL that one time. I'm gonna say Sinistra. I'm gonna say Rapid Strike or Shifu. I could just do like Smeargle. I could do Grimmsnarl. Honestly, let's just do Grimmsnarl and just try to win games with Fairy Arceus. This team's gonna be really bad, but I got Cosmoem on the wheel, and instead of just trying to make the best possible 5 Pokemon team, I'm gonna try to actually use Cosmoem, so we get what we get here. Actually, Flamigo is also kind of a funny idea. I just don't know that Flamigo, you know, Co-Star. I just don't know that it really does anything. Choice Scarf, Co-Star, Flamigo with Cosmoem. It would give me Tailwind. And Wide Guard. Maybe I should run Flamigo. But no, if I'm running Choice Scarf to take advantage of the boosts, I guess I don't have to. I don't want Tailwind and Wide Guard with that. It just gets kind of disjointed though, right? Because I want Tailwind, Wide Guard, and attack. Maybe another attack. It could work. It sort of work. Flamigo is a funny idea, but I don't think I need it. I think I'm going to go with Grimmsnarl. But most likely I bring most likely I bring these 4 to most games. Maybe Mixer Shifu, and I don't know how much room I really have for Grimmsnarl. Maybe I need a specific matchup piece here. I have a check to Wolves. Maybe I can even Matcha Gotcha them as well. Darkrai, this helps. It's not an answer by itself, but it's something. What else am I afraid of? Magearna? Oh, yeah, kinda. Volcarona helps into that, though. Final Gambit Annihilate actually could just wipe out Cosmoem. I mean, it gets sturdy, but... Final Gambit Annihilate plus something else. I guess just redirect the 8th, though. I think this is the 6. For better or for worse. I'll give Cosmoem an Eviolite, obviously. I might as well fill out the rest of its moves. Terra Dark? Arceus. So it needs a pixie plate. I don't know why that item's not filled in already. Do I run Calm Mind? Calm Mind, Judgment, Coverage, Move, Recover? No, I need Psych Up. Well, this covers fire types. Sort of. This covers steel types. Sort of. There aren't many poison types running around. There's Mungus. How do I beat a Mungus? Oh, how do I beat a Mungus? Maybe I need something to threaten it. What threatens a Mungus? Flying types? Psychic types? But, like, not this one? Maybe I need, like, an answer that something that I just bring to deal with a Mungus when I see it. Could run Iron Jugulus. That's not the worst idea. Gives me Tailwind without having to put that on Volcarona. I could run Galarian Moltres. I could run Torn. Oh, whoops. Could run Galarian Articuno. That gives me Tailwind. Makes it harder, a little bit harder for Incineroar to ruin my day. Not that much, actually, with the Psychic typing. What else threatens a Mungus? Iron Leaves? Honestly, not the worst idea. Oh, Monkey Dory's back on the table. What do I want? I could run Weird Ear. It gives me Intimidate on the team as well. Or I can just run Fire Move on Volcarona. I think that's the best solution. Okay, back to this. Psych Up. Probably would be better with just Calm Mind, but I want to make Cosmoem do something. But Psych Up, Judgment, Earth Power, Recover. Yeah. Terror type. Weaknesses are Poison and Steel. I could run Terra Steel. I don't know how useful it would be, but I'm down. Okay, this. Rocky Helmet, I think. Flame Body. Terra Grass, probably. Maybe I want Safety Goggles, actually. If this is my only Amoonguss answer. Or could run different coverage move on this. Meh. This is my only Amoonguss answer. How do I beat Urshifu? This beats Rapid Strike. This is fine into Single Strike. Okay, sure. And then I keep Rocky Helmet on this. I have the Terra Grass option against Amoonguss. I definitely want Rage Powder. I definitely want Struggle Bug. Do I want Struggle Bug? I think I want Struggle Bug. I think I want Overheat. And then I guess I can just do Protect. Unless I want to bring back the Oricorio idea, but I don't think I do. This... I could put the helmet on this and go back to Safety Goggles. I don't think I'm feeling that though. I think this wants Rage Powder. I think it wants Life Dew. I think it wants Matcha Gotcha. I could do Strength Sap. But I think I'm okay with Trick Room. Just have that option. Terra, probably Dark. And for the item, could do Helmet Goggles. come back to that. Choice. I'll just do my choice scarf set on this. I don't think I need to deviate from Surging Strikes, Close Combat. Good old Surging Strikes, Close Combat, Aquajet, and U-Turn. I'll see if I want something different. And the Grimmsnarl I like right now is Light Clay, Prankster, Terra Ghost. Parting Shot is nice. Parting Shot might be good on this team, but Thunderwave is just so good for cheese, right? I think I want Reflect, Light Screen, Thunderwave. I could kind of go either way between Parting Shot and Thunderwave in the last slot, but I think Thunderwave, you know, even just getting some full paras or a little bit of speed advantage here and there should be useful for this team. Unfortunately, I can't Thunderwave Darkrai, as long as it remains a Dark type. That's what Spirit Break is for. I also haven't given myself any Fake Out on this team. I think I'll give Sinister the Focus Sash. The power level is so high in this format, it might actually need it in some positions, even though, of course, I'll invest heavily in bulk. There we go, I'll figure out some simple EV spreads, and we'll see how Psych Up Fairy type Arceus with Cosmoem does on this ladder. I suspect not super well, but Fiona worked better than I expected, so who knows. Okay, I have made one change while I was filling out the spreads, which is that Arceus is now Terra Ghost instead of Terra Steel. The reason is, I don't have Protect on it. I think there could be some clutch position where this is my main damage dealer, where I really need to be able to avoid a Fake Out, or even an Extreme Speed maybe. And I think Ghost is a reasonable enough defensive Terra type otherwise, given that it has no weakness overlap with Fairy. And hopefully Fairy Arceus scares off the opponent's Dark types to begin with, or removes them before I'm made to Terrestrialize. That's the hope. Anyway, the EV spreads, they're just all in on bulk pretty much except this, and I have max special attack on Arceus because I'm looking to use defensive boosts copied from Cosmoem to enable it to take hits anyway, and I haven't given it a way to boost its special attack stat. Otherwise, it's just a lot of bulk. And I didn't expect Cosmoem to be shiny locked, but it turns out that it actually is. I guess you can get shiny Solgaleo and Lunala by catching them in like max, what's it called, Dynamax Adventures. But none of the Cosmog that you get in any of the games can be shiny, I guess, because I can't run this on the ladder, unfortunately. That's what it looks like. It's pretty good. But we'll just use regular old Cosmoem. And we'll see what we can do here. The game plan here is try to set Cosmoem up, copy the boost with Fairy Arceus, and then Fairy Arceus just sits on the field forever and wins the game. I don't think it's going to work very well, but I definitely will play until I get at least one win with that. I definitely will try to do that anyway. Might be able to beat this team, although Calm Mind Terapagos would be a problem, because it's boosting its offense and my Arceus is not. Maybe I do need Calm Mind on Arceus. Anyway, Cosmoem, Volcarona, Arceus, and I'm actually going to bring Urshifu to... let's do... I don't need Volcarona, do I? Maybe I do to beat the Calyrex. Cosmoem, Volcarona, Arceus, and I'm actually bringing Urshifu to this one because they have big, hard-hitting, tanky, normal types to deal with. That might be my out against Terapagos, actually. Figures, I didn't think about Terapagos at all in the builder, and the very first opponent has one. Okay, they lead Indeedee Calyrex. I'm going to go straight for Cosmic Power, and I ran Overheat to be able to click it into a Moongus. I actually kind of wish I had Will-O-Wisp right now. But let's just Overheat. They could follow me. Let's just Struggle Bug. Get a little bit of chip at least. They're a ground Calyrex, huh? And I could have just overheated it, but I don't know how much it would have done anyway. Probably with a clear amulet. That being why I didn't take the drop. They went for Zen Headbutt and they missed while Indeedee set the Trick Room. Okay, I didn't see that one coming. Hey, if they keep doing that, maybe I get a Flame Body burn. I'm down to keep chipping Indeedee with Struggle Bug in the meantime. Then Headbutt does more than half, but they do get burned. Lucky me. Take a bit of Helmet Chip as well. Volcarona flinches. Skill Swap. They take Flame Body away. Alright, actually, I have to be careful about clicking Surging Strikes into that Indeedee unless I get it off the field before that time comes. Helping Hand into Zen Headbutt takes out Volcarona. They get a Chilling Neigh boost. Cosmoem's up +3 now. I actually kind of want to go Urshifu, except I actually don't because, well, they're slower in Zen Headbutt anyway. It doesn't really work. But also, if I get a Flame Body burn from their Indeedee, that would be pretty unfortunate. I think I go Arceus here. I think I Cosmic Power, and I was going to say Protect, but I don't have that. The Cosmoem will be slower than Arceus, so I'll get to +4 and then copy that. That's cool. Oh, okay, yeah. Wait, I copied the special defense drop. That's really bad. Or special attack drop, I mean. I've now weakened my own Arceus with the Struggle Bug. Wait, that's really bad. I'm just going to click Recover here. Just try to play this patiently. I actually need to get rid of this Indeedee if I can. At least their Calyrex is burned. That's very helpful for me. Cosmoem is still just boosting up. Of course, it will pretty quickly run out of things to do once it gets to +6. And also, I don't have leftovers on it. I have Eviolite, so it can be chipped down. My opponent's taking some time with this turn. They're probably like, what is going on here? Might run out of time, actually. Oh, they get Follow Me and Zen Headbutt. That does a lot of damage. Of course, I haven't been able to boost Arceus' defenses. But we get out of the Trick Room here. I guess I'm just going to click a -1 Judgment into Indeedee. Let's see what that does. Thinking about how well can I take. I think they might want to set Trick Room again. I'm actually going to go for my Psych Up here. Okay. I'm just worried about how well I take Then Headbutt. I guess the Calyrex is setting Trick Room? Yeah. Okay, I missed a chance to get damage into Indeedee there. Cosmoem has nothing left to do except Splash, really. I'll go for Judgment into Indeedee here. It is at -1 because I copied my own Struggle Bug drop. This game plan is completely foiled by redirection, it turns out. Taking some time with this one again. Switch Indeedee out. I could have gotten the Psych Up there. High Horsepower into Arceus. How much did Zen Headbutt do to Arceus? It probably doesn't KO from here, but maybe if they attack with both Pokemon, they get a KO. I think that's what they're going for. Do I sack Urshifu? I don't know if that does anything for me. You know what I can do? I can Terrastallize Arceus, avoid a normal type attack from Snorlax. And then I guess I have to recover. Snorlax could have Dark coverage though. Maybe I go for Psych Up and hope they miss a Zen Headbutt. But I'm gonna go for the recover. We avoid a Body Slam here. Survive a High Horsepower. Get some health back. I'm gonna click Recover again this turn. I hope they don't have Crunch or something on Snorlax. They might. They do. I land High Horsepower. I get Urshifu in. They still have a turn of Trick Room. So they can just knock that out. Potentially. I'll go for Surging. I don't think I want to lock into close combat when my opponent has all 4 Pokemon left. I'll go for Surging into Snorlax. They get a Para immediately. They also just get KO with Zen Headbutt. Alright, rough start for Cosmoem, although Cosmoem sat on the field at full health all this time. I'm not going to play this out. That just feels disrespectful to my opponent. Oops. GG to them. On to the next. I just redirected the Psych Up both of the times I went for it. And Arceus never got a chance to get going. This person probably also has Follow Me on their team. They also have a very Trick Room looking team with Dusknoir, which is interesting. Well. Or Smeargle could be a problem too. Do I need Sinistcha? Maybe I can get away with... I'm gonna lead Sinistcha. And I can switch to Volk if I see if this. Yeah, there we go. Miracle, Calyrex. Alright, well, we just click Cosmic Power and switch to Volcarona, I think. Terra Ice Calyrex, that's just going for big damage, I suppose. Big Glacial Lance. I went back and forth on what to do with my Cosmoem ZVs. I believe I have it invested mainly in special defense because the attacks I'm most worried about are like Astral Barrage and Dark Pulse. But with Eviolite and that base defense stat, yeah, this is definitely more invested in special defense. Still took that Glacial Lance, you know, not terribly. Let's see if they let me do this. I don't think they will. Oh, switch to Kyogre. I thought they'd follow me. I mean, it's still not letting me get an overheat into... Okay, they put Volcarona to sleep. Maybe I do want safety goggles on that mon. I don't know. I'll switch out to Sinistcha here. They can't Spore it. I get a bit of health back on Cosmoem, and I resist Kyogre's water attacks, although I'm sure they still hurt quite a lot. Yeah, that water spout does more than half. We'll put Cosmoem to sleep. Probably faster than Kyogre. But I suppose I'll go for a Matcha Gotcha in case I'm not. Blizzard, that had a chance to miss. I would have gotten a nice Matcha Gotcha there. But no such luck. Okay, I think I have to sack Volcarona here to get out of Trick Room and get my Psych up with Arceus, and then just hope that Arceus can sweep. Origin Pulse missing Cosmoem is pretty good for me there. Yeah, now Trick Room is over, so Arceus will be the fastest Pokemon on the field. They have no redirection on the field. Copy Cosmoem's boost. It's only at +3 because it got put to sleep, but +3 is still pretty good here. Smeargle can still just Spore my Arceus though, and then that's probably... that probably just wrecks me. Well, nothing to do except try to get damage on it. Glacial Lance. Arceus takes that very well now, but then it gets put to sleep by Spore. Cosmoem wakes up. I might be able to accumulate some more boosts. I don't love the chances. Also, I think I just need to be clicking Judgment into Smeargle's off the field. They have Crunch on their Calyrex. That means I'm not going to be able to copy these boosts from Cosmoem because they'll just knock it out before I get the chance. So I'll click Judgment into Kyogre instead, yeah. Maybe I should click Judgment into Calyrex because that's going to get a boost now. Kyogre goes for Thunder. Can't paralyze me while I'm asleep at least. That's a decent Judgment. It's Life Orb Kyogre. Life Orb, its own Life Orb will knock it out. I think I'll go for a Recover here, actually, and then I get out of Trick Room and I'm faster, unless they just KO me, which they definitely do here. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to try to play until I get a win with this Cosmoem strat. GG, well played. Thank you from my opponent. You didn't have to say that after that game, but much appreciated. I think just one win with Cosmoem. With this Cosmoem strat, if it could be called that. Here's another Trick Room team. Is the way to go here. Let's go. Maybe I need the screens, actually. Maybe Grimmsnarl is more important to this team than I realized. I don't know. Sinistcha's good into Ursaluna, though. I'll stick with this. Let's see what they come up with. Indeedy Grimmsnarl. Okay, that's a pretty passive lead by them. But we know Indeedy is a menace to this team. I'm gonna go for Struggle Bug instead of Big Ticket Overheat, because I don't think Overheat does enough anyway, and I thought they would Light Screen first, given that I didn't have a physical threat on the field. I barely have one on my team. The only one I do have has an always crit move, but they went for Reflect first. Who's to say why? I just want to chip down this Indeedy. Indeed, he is the enemy of this video for sure. There's the light screen. Cosmoem setting up. Volcarona is still chipping Indeedee down pretty nicely, actually. Just keep doing this. Alright, here's Magearna. I'm getting a struggle bug into that now. That's pretty good. I think that nicely offsets the Soul Heart boost that they get if I actually do knock out Indeedee. And I do want to knock out Indeedee because I want to be able to click Psych Up into Cosmoem. If you watched the first game in this video, you know what this is. You know why I'm feeling this way. Also, getting drops on Magearna can help me to get Arceus on the field. Okay, Indeedee's not quite KO'd, which is just as well. This brings us to the last turn of Trick Room. Let's see. They might switch it out. They protect. They protect on their Indeedee. Well, I'll go to +6 and struggle bug again. I'm not making a read here. Yeah, okay. Get rid of Indeedee. Magearna gets a Soul Heart boost, but that brings it what? Back up to -2 or so? I think this is -2, right? Trick Room back up. Who's coming in? Ice Rider Calyrex. Okay, how do I get Arceus into position here? I think I'm just going to overheat the Calyrex. Air water. Not a great overheat. Okay. I think I just let them KO Magearna. Do I? That is awkward. Or Volcarona, I mean. That is awkward because I end up getting Arceus on the field in Trick Room with my opponent having a Chilling Neigh boost already in place. That said, I don't know if there's anything I can do about it, because I switch Arceus in here, I take the attacks, and I'm still faster than Calyrex with too many Trick Room turns left. I think I just have to play it that way. I'll go for another Struggle Bug. I don't think I get the move off anyway, but you know, keeping Magearna as weak as possible would have been nice. Calyrex gets this boost. I just need Arceus to take the hits and get the Psych Up. That's all there is to it. Flash Cannon does a lot and gets a drop. The drop doesn't matter. What matters is Glacial Lance just KOs Arceus, and that's GG. Okay. Alright. Well, this is more like what I expected from the Fione one, but... Oh, I forgot to put Psych Up on Sinistra. I completely intended to do that and forgot. I might actually have been able to save this game. Maybe not. There we go, for next time. Game didn't end. Oh, because Cosmoem didn't get KO'd. Well, once again, I'm not going to make them do that. On to the next. That's 3 losses. The goal here is 1 win. Everybody's running Trick Room this episode. Weird. Expect a little more variety. I guess a couple episodes ago was just the Gravity Darkrai show, though. I could lead Volk into this. Just click Struggle Bug. They have Iron Valiant to cover for that with Wide Guard, though. Let's do Grimmsnarl first. I'll still bring Volk and Arceus. Everybody has Trick Room, and that makes the speed tier pretty awkward for Arceus, although I guess Tailwind teams would also do that. Also, I forgot that Volk is my Amoonguss answer. I should have let it here. Cosmic Power. I'm going to go for a Thunder Wave into Calyrex immediately. They protect. Do they Spore Grimmsnarl? Yep. Not good, not good. You know what else would be a nightmare? Clear Smog Amoonguss. I'm actually going to Terra Dark Cosmoem right now just to resist this. Is that good? That's weak to Magearna. and Iron Valiant, but hey, those aren't on the field right now. So yeah, we'll do that. I still want this Thunder Wave, if I can get it. Astral Barrage. Cosmoem now takes that reasonably well. It's Life Orb Calyrex. I get to +2 before taking a nap. Yep. Snarl stays asleep. It's normal Terra Blast. I wonder what its Terra type is. Could be Fighting or Fairy. It is Clear Sky. Alright, well that was a fun game. Anyway, on to the next one. Miraidon, Iron Bundle, Iron Hands, Magurna, Urshifu, and another Amoonguss. Ooh, Amoonguss is the enemy this video for sure. Honestly, I knew this team would be bad, but I didn't realize in the builder just how bad it would be. I hope it's entertaining. Now that I have Psych up on Sinistcha, maybe that's the win con. This is obviously a lot of offense immediately. Just gonna click Cosmic Power and Struggle Bug. Good thing I have all that special bulk on Cosmoem. Right? 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 That did so much damage. And Volk is taunted, so I can't. Sorry, one second. For a message. Volk is taunted, so I can't click Rage Powder here. I can go Sinistcha. But, I mean, the Surging Strikes are going to hurt Cosmoem without caring about the boosts, so. That's a Life Orb Iron Bundle, huh? Actually surged into Sinistcha. You know what? I think I do. I think I do want Goggles, Volk, and Helmet Sinistcha. Do you think this is Scarfed? Well, I hope not. Oh, it doesn't matter, does it? Bundle will take out Cosmoem. Well, maybe it won't. We'll find out what happened in a moment. Bundle took out Cosmoem. I've played a lot of gimmicks, but this one, a lot of bad gimmicks on and off recording, but this one's just kind of sad. Well, you really try your best to make Cosmoem work, and I guess this is what happens. Burn? 3 chances. No burn. Unreal. I lose to Miraidon anyway. If not to Urshifu. Actually, I lose to Bundle, because that's just going to KO now with Freeze Try. Or I lose to Hands. Hey, we covered every possibility, just about. Alright, this one has Indeedee and Tornadus, but this might be a winnable matchup. Not the worst I've seen this video. I'm gonna try Arceus. I don't think we need anybody more specialized in the lead spot here. They have 3 weathers. Why not slap on a Tyranitar at that point? We're gonna try Cosmoem Grimmsnarl lead here. Okay, Groudon, Raging Bolt. Hard to know which screen to set first. Probably light screen, because this is just going to hit so hard. Let's do that. You know what actually could be really frustrating here? Snarl, Raging Bolt, because then if I copy the boosts on Cosmoem, I also copy the Snarl drops. There are so many different ways for this team to just have its day absolutely ruined. They both switched. Okay. I guess I reflect here as much as I'd like to Spirit Break the Indeedee. Guess I gotta get Reflect set up. Going for Dazzling Gleam. Can I get a Spirit Break now? There's a Follow Me. They knock out Grimmsnarl, though. I think I go Sinistcha here. Terra Dark. And Matcha Gotcha, I suppose. Yeah, can't Psych Up. That does way too much damage. Maybe I just need to go Arceus and click Earth Power, but then they redirect that. Burned Indeedee. Lumberry Indeedee? That's one way to stop... Oh, it's not for Spore, it's for Dark Void. I was gonna say, why do they have safety goggles? Or why don't they have... You know what I mean. It's not for Spore, it's for Dark Void. Because that's not stopped by goggles. Oh, okay. That might be a real tech. I don't know. Switch it out. I could have Psyched Up here. Actually, I couldn't have because I just dropped a Groudon. But I might. But now I can get Arceus in and click Psych Up because Indeedee's not on the field. And the Arceus sweep might finally be real. Maybe. Getting to +5 here, worth it. Here's Kyogre. We finally get the Psych Up. We take 8% from that Raging Bolt Volt switch. I'm getting another Cosmic Power here. I'll probably go for another Psych Up. Not with this on the field, I won't. Alright, bring it. Splash. Judgment into Indeedee. Arceus' Judgment is finally ready to rain down. That Water Spout at full health did 10%. Let's go. The Judgment isn't exactly KOing back, but another one will. There goes Indeedee. My light screen is gone. I can replace it with another Psych Up, though. And I think I'm down to do that. I guess I risk getting crit by doing this. Oh well, if it happens, it happens. They went for Thunderclap. Water Spout is 15% now. Arceus at +6. I'm gonna go for a Recover next. Gets me out of rain, gets some health back, avoids another Thunderclap. Yeah, they went for it again. It still does 15, but now I can make it do a lot less. The Judgment into Kyogre. Nope, it's gonna hit Groudon instead. Finally get a Thunderclap. Boosted by photosynthesis too. Alright, Raging Bolt, I'm ready to give you the attention you want. Oh, here comes Kyogre. Well, there won't be any more boosted, or not boosted, there won't be any more full power water spouts. There's Precipice Blades. I'll click Earth Power into ground on here. It also catches Raging Bolt if that tries to switch in. Give me Groudon. I'll recover here so that Raging Bolt can't chip me with a Thunderclap. That gets back almost to full. That Volt Switch does a lot. Raging Bolt is a really strong Pokemon. I mean, that Volt Switch does a lot for how boosted this Arceus is. Raging Bolt is a strong Pokemon. Let's get rid of it. They didn't go for Thunderclap. So, there goes Raging Bolt. That just leaves Kyogre. 2 more Judgments should do it. They could still crit me. It's possible. They will knock out oh, no, they won't. I haven't been paying attention to the Cosmoem rules. I just saw that its HP was low. I don't think they... I think they don't actually get to KO Cosmoem at all. I think we just keep splashing, and this Judgment takes out Kyogre. They forfeited, and we did it, folks. This team was hot garbage, but I got Cosmoem a win in a game where it actually played a significant role. I mean, I guess Combined Arceus would have just been better here, but you know what? We don't need to dwell on that. This team sucked, but Cosmoem finally came through after I don't know how many games I didn't keep track. And that's what this series is all about, right? And whatever happens, I'm sure the wheel will give us a better Pokemon next time, whatever that is.